Size, one of the most fundamental features of all living things. From the size of organisms to their organs, cells, and organelles, all living things share the same building blocks of amino acids, lipids, and nucleotides. But there still exists vast variation in the sizes of organelles, cells, tissues, organs, and organisms. Size affects all aspects of an organism's existence, like metabolism, thermoregulation, locomotion, reproduction, longevity, diet, and how organisms interact with their environment. One of the most diverse and successful organisms of the terrestrial ecosystem has provided a unique discussion on body size as an individual trait and a colony-level trait: ants. What makes the family formicity so unique and complicated? Their reproduction division of labor. This allows reproduction to be dominated by a queen caste and other tasks within the colony to be primarily performed by workers that are often sterile. Considerable variation between the queen size and worker size is due to the lack of investment in dispersal, mating, and reproduction in workers. Amazingly, there are about 13% of ant species that have variation in size and shape of the worker class. The diversity, even within a single colony, adds to the complexity in the discussions of body size. What factors influence worker variation within a single colony? Factors can be seen as being internal or external. Intrinsic factors would include influences from evolutionary constraints and genetics. External factors affecting worker size would include influences from the physical environment, the competitive environment, and nutrition. These factors can also interact with one another at different stages of worker development and ultimately influence the development, survival, and longevity of different castes or distinct morphological groups within a colony. Amount of variation observed in worker body size can be broadly categorized as monomorphic and polymorphic. Monomorphic workers display limited body size variation and relatively equal morphological variation. Polymorphic workers display a range of adult variation with different and distinct proportions. While not all evolutions of polymorphic workers determine colony efficiency and success, specialization for food retrieval, food processing, and/or colony defense often correlate to colony survival, competitive ability, and reproduction. Some examples of polymorphism that will be explored in this video include the invasive South American species that has consumed much of the southeastern United States, Solenopsis richteri and Solenopsis invicta, the black and red imported fire ant, the home invader, the Camponotus pennsylvanicus, the black carpenter ant, and the South American army ant, Eciton burchellii. Solenopsis richteri and Solenopsis invicta are two species of ants that are found in Alabama. These species are better known, respectively, as the black and red imported fire ant. Neither of these species were originally from Alabama, but were transported there in the early to mid-1900s from South America. Since then, these invasive creatures have spread to multiple states in the United States, forming colonies with hundreds of thousands of members. The black and red imported fire ants are polymorphic, having 4 castes titled minor workers, major workers, winged males, and the queen. The workers are split into 2 castes. The minor workers, the smallest of the colony, only gather food, while the major workers gather food and also swarm predators to protect their nests due to their large size. The workers live for only a few weeks, while the queen ants can live up to 7 years to reproduce for the colony to keep it healthy and plentiful. These ants also affect the environment and economy. They can cause millions of dollars annually due to health costs associated with severe bites, agricultural damages and equipment issues, and the cost of pest control operations. However, they may also decrease the need for insecticides as they prey on crop-damaging insects. While the imported fire ants invaded North America, the next species of ant are common invaders of our homes. The Camponotus pennsylvanicus, the black carpenter ant. It has polymorphic workers, with its major worker being one of the largest native ants in North America. Often found foraging in woodlands and suburban communities, they feed on insects and insect secretions. Their common name, the black carpenter ant, refers to their nest-building habits, in which they seek out refuge in dead, hollowed-out wood and crawl spaces. They do not sting, but the larger workers and queens can bite with their mandibles when provoked. Camponotus pennsylvanicus are hard-working farmers. Workers can range anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, and each plays a role in their farming society. Their livestock, called aphids, produce a sugar-rich food called honeydew. The largest workers tend to the aphids and cull the sickly ones, while the smaller workers collect the honeydew. They then transfer their harvest to the larger workers that haul it back to their nest. Major workers are also more involved in maintaining the nest, expanding the nest by removing wood shavings, and defending the colony. It is possible that polymorphism is dictating the hierarchical roles in their eusocial society. While they may decrease damage to crops and buildings caused by their prey, aphids and termites, carpenter ants are, in turn, one of the most significant structural pests in urban areas of the eastern United States. You likely won't find the next species of ant in or near your house. Eciton burchellii, found in the tropical regions of South and Central America, is a nomadic species that is purely carnivorous with very distinct polymorphic workers. There are 4 unique castes of workers: minimas and medias, bearing shorter clamp-shaped mandibles, capture and transport the prey, care for the brood and queen, and choose bivouac sites. A bivouac is a temporary nest made from some of the 2 million adults in the colony. It is created by living workers clinging together by specialized hooks on their legs. Larger medias, or porters, initiate transport of prey items and team up with smaller workers. The most distinct worker, the soldier, with their larger heads and exceptionally long sickle-shelled mandibles, is a defensive force in the unpredictable jungle. Eciton burchellii are swarm raiders, foraging as a wave of ants that can extend over 650 feet. They are commonly called army ants, which fits their intimidating behavior. While colony investment into worker size usually does not show increased colony fitness, novel castes, like the soldier, in some species, demonstrate benefits of worker size variation. Body size is one of the most fundamental features directly affecting an organism's locomotion, reproduction, abundance, longevity, and diet. Ants' division of labor and existence of unique caste systems shows the complexities and significance of understanding intrinsic and extrinsic factors that affect body size variation. Even with the extraordinary examples given, there still exists a need for more discoveries and research into variation of ant body sizes. Ants may be small individuals, but together they monopolize 20% of the terrestrial biomass, making them one of the greatest success stories in the history of the animal kingdom. They are important components of the terrestrial ecosystem as consumers, engineers, and predators. All living things possess similar building blocks that unify our existence. But it's how organisms construct these building blocks in relation to the factors affecting them that makes life so diverse.